While the entire progressive automotive world is rapidly electrifying, strapping on solar panels and falling over itself to pledge allegiance to renewable energy, Toyota decided to do things its own way. The Japanese giant, which for the record actively promotes hybrid and hydrogen technologies itself, quietly and without much fanfare announced plans to equip the new Land Cruiser FJ with a good old diesel engine. The kind that smells like fuel oil, smokes in moderation, and is beloved by millions of pickup and SUV owners around the world. You're watching Speed Logic. Let's break down the hottest automotive news from the past few days. Drop a like, subscribe, and let's go. For those not yet familiar with the newcomer, the Land Cruiser FJ is a compact body-on-frame SUV measuring 4.5 meters in length, built on the IMV platform. That same platform underpins the legendary Hilux and the popular Fortuner, so the vehicle's pedigree is solid. Essentially, this is a Land Cruiser for people who want a Land Cruiser, with a proper frame, real four-wheel drive, and the ability to venture where they probably shouldn't, but aren't ready to shell out for the flagship Land Cruiser 300 or even the Prado, democratizing a legend, so to speak. The FJ's exterior is recognizable, angular, and carries clear visual nods to classic Land Cruisers of various eras. Inside, you get a modern infotainment system, a decent cabin, and plenty of other features. Everything looks respectable for a vehicle of its class and purpose. Nobody buys it for a leather steering wheel or a panoramic roof. They buy it for the ability to go where others would wisely choose to turn around. Currently, the FJ is offered exclusively with a 2.7-liter naturally aspirated petrol engine producing 161 horsepower and 246 newton-meters of torque. The engine is paired with a 6-speed automatic transmission and 4-wheel drive. Sounds fine until you start thinking about how this motor will handle a loaded SUV on rough terrain or tow a trailer on a long expedition. Sure, the car moves with these specs and moves with reasonable confidence, but if you bought a proper body-on-frame SUV specifically to conquer the wilderness rather than park at a shopping mall, then 246 newton-meters of torque feels a bit underwhelming. And that's where the good news enters the picture, albeit with caveats. According to Japanese automotive publication Best Car, Toyota is considering fitting the FJ with a tried-and-true 2.8-liter turbo diesel. This engine is well known to fans of the brand. It already powers the Land Cruiser 250 and Hilux, where it delivers 201 horsepower and a generous 500 newton-meters of torque. Now that's a completely different conversation. It would seem like everything lines up perfectly. A solid platform, a proven engine, and genuine buyer demand. Just build it and release it. But Toyota isn't a company that rushes. According to available information, the diesel version of the FJ won't arrive before 2029, meaning at least 3 more years of waiting. 3 years, Carl. Enough time for several generations of smartphones to come and go. Another iteration of some electric crossover with a 900-kilometer range will have launched, and some of the potential diesel FJ buyers may have switched to EVs by then out of sheer desperation. But what can you do? That's the reality. For those who don't want to wait, the new model is already available to purchase. The FJ went on sale in early 2026, currently offered in a single VX trim with LED lighting and a solid multimedia system. The primary markets are Asia-Pacific region, the Middle East, and of course, Africa. Residents of other continents are left to browse photos and read about a car that may never reach them, or will arrive much later and in a slightly different form.
Write in the comments what you think about this.
Meanwhile, Volkswagen Group continues to push forward with one of the most ambitious projects of recent years, the revival of the legendary American brand Scout. The Terra pickup and the Traveler SUV were supposed to begin rolling off the production line in 2027. Key phrase, "we're supposed to." German publication Der Spiegel reported technical issues that could push the production start to summer of 2028. Anonymous sources within the company added that earlier timelines are now considered purely speculative. As a reminder, both vehicles are built on an exclusive body-on-frame platform developed specifically for Scout, sharing nothing with existing Volkswagen Group architectures. The 800-volt electrical architecture supports fast charging up to 350 kilowatts. Both models feature dual dual-motor all-wheel drive with a combined torque output of 1,000 Newton-meters and 835 horsepower, more than enough to sprint to 100 kilometers in just 3.5 seconds. That's supercar-level acceleration, mind you, in a body-on-frame SUV weighing over 2 tons. It would have made a formidable rival for the Mercedes G-Class. Off-road capability is equally impressive. Both vehicles will feature mechanical front and rear differential locks, a disconnectable front anti-roll bar, and a claimed ground clearance of 305 millimeters, which is quite respectable. Each model comes in 2 versions, a pure electric variant with a 560-kilometer range and a hybrid with an internal combustion engine acting as a generator without any direct mechanical connection to the wheels. The petrol engine is sourced from Volkswagen. The combined range in hybrid configuration exceeds 800 kilometers, an impressive figure by any standards. The delay affecting both versions is tied to Volkswagen Group's current difficulties. The conglomerate aims to cut costs by 20% across all brands by 2028 and has previously announced the elimination of 35,000 jobs in Germany by 2030, along with the closure of their Dresden plant and the Audi factory in Brussels. Against this rather grim backdrop, investing billions in an American startup takes considerable nerve. That said, Scout Motors officially maintains that both models will reach the market in 2027 as originally planned, so the company still has plenty of time to pull things together.
If you liked the car, hit the like button on this video so I can see how many of us are here.
Mercedes is officially bringing the Black Series name back. Mercedes-AMG head Michael Schiebe officially confirmed that the iconic Black Series name, absent from the lineup for 3 years, will make its return. The announcement came during a recent press conference for journalists and immediately spread across automotive media worldwide. The last member of the Black Series family was the Mercedes-AMG GT, production of which ended in 2022. That car was an absolute monster, a 720 horsepower twin-turbo 4-liter V8, a top speed of 325 kilometers per hour, and a 0 to 100 sprint in 3.2 seconds. Since then, fans of the brand have been waiting for any news about the fate of the legendary nameplate. Would it be applied to new models, or had Mercedes decided to close that chapter of its history for good? Years passed with no word from Stuttgart. The silence dragged on, and many were beginning to lose hope. But now everything has changed. Black Series will definitely live on, stated Michael Schiebe in an interview with British publication Evo. The AMG boss didn't just confirm the series' return, he explained why it matters so deeply to the company. According to Schiebe, Black Series isn't just a badge or a marketing exercise. It's a serious commitment to buyers and the entire automotive community to build genuinely thrilling cars that define the brand's image. Every Black Series model must be an event, a car that generates conversation and sets new benchmarks in its segment. The philosophy of the new models will remain unchanged: maximum power, aggressive aerodynamics, and extreme performance. As Schiebe put it, the new car must be radical. That means AMG engineers won't be making compromises in the name of comfort or versatility. Black Series always has been and will remain a car for those who place pure performance above everything else. The new generation will inherit all the defining traits of its predecessors: a lightweight construction making extensive use of carbon fiber, widened wheel arches, massive air intakes, active aerodynamics, a firm sport suspension, and of course, an enormously powerful engine. The car must remain road legal and usable on public roads, though with serious compromises in terms of comfort. The question on every fan's mind is, when will we see the new Black Series model? Unfortunately, Michael Schiebe gave no specific timeline, but there are several encouraging signs. Mercedes-AMG recently confirmed it is returning to the development and production of high-performance internal combustion engines, including a new generation of twin-turbo V8s, following the backlash over the 4-cylinder C68, which drew fierce criticism from enthusiasts. The company listened and made a complete U-turn. Additionally, the Mercedes-AMG lineup is growing with more models that could potentially receive a Black Series treatment, whether that's the new SL-based sport car replacing the AMG GT, or something entirely unexpected, like a high-performance crossover or sedan. For context, the Black Series lineage launched back in 2006 with the CLK 63 AMG Black Series, and every subsequent model became an event in its own right. Only 6 Black Series cars have ever
ever been produced, the CLK63 in 2006, the SL65 in 2008, the C63 in 2011, the SLS in 2013, and the AMG GT in 2020. Each became a collector's item almost immediately upon release, with values on the secondary market continuing to climb. The Black Series return comes at a perfect moment. The automotive industry is going through a period of turbulence. Electrification is pressing forward, but not every buyer is ready for it, especially in the high-performance segment where enthusiasts value not just acceleration figures, but the emotional experience of an internal combustion engine. In this context, a Black Series announcement built around a powerful combustion engine looks like exactly the right strategic move. It seems Mercedes is waking up. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. To stay up to date on new videos, subscribe to the channel and share your thoughts on the latest automotive news in the comments. A new video is on its way. See you!